From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is The Night Beat.
Good evening, I'm Danielle Shenk with your headlines for Thursday, January 2nd. Before we get to some national news, a fire at a vacant Lancaster County home is being investigated as arson. That's according to the sheriff's office. Crews from Malcolm, Southwest, and Pleasantdale responded at 4 a.m. The home near Northwest 56 and West Holdridge suffered $350,000 in damages and is a total loss. No injuries were reported, and the state fire marshal is investigating. In another early morning fire at the Lodge Apartments near 48th and Old Cheney, 4 people were left homeless. Lincoln Fire and Rescue arrived just before 4:30 a.m. to find flames spreading between 2 units caused by careless smoking. Damages are estimated at $25,000 with no injuries reported. Now to an update on the New Year's Day terror attack in New Orleans. The FBI now says the driver acted alone and declared support for ISIS in several videos posted shortly before the attack.
In the first video, Jabbar explains he originally planned to harm his family and friends, but was concerned the news headlines would not focus on the, quote, war between the believers and the disbelievers, end quote.
The FBI searched Jabbar's house in Houston today. Meanwhile, Bourbon Street has reopened and 14 yellow roses have been placed there to honor those killed in Wednesday's attack. New details are emerging about the man linked to the rented Tesla Cybertruck that exploded outside a Trump hotel in Las Vegas Wednesday. Law enforcement sources identify him as Matthew Allen Leivelsberger, a decorated U.S. Army Green Beret on leave from active duty in Germany. While the FBI has not confirmed his identity, officials say the deceased in the truck shares similarities with Leivelsberger. The FBI is investigating potential terrorism ties, noting similarities with the New Orleans vehicle attack earlier that day, but no connection has been made. Now, Trump's trade proposals, including sweeping tariffs on overseas goods, have raised concerns among Nebraska's agricultural producers. Farmers and ranchers, already facing a 23% drop in farm income since 2022, worry about the impact of reduced overseas trade.
We know that when we start talking about tariffs, it's not unusual that if we put a tariff on a country, the first thing they will retaliate is in the ag sector, in the food sector.
He adds soybean producers took a big hit in Trump's first term when tariffs were imposed on Chinese imports, particularly steel, and hopes Trump avoids such economic conflicts in his second term. Trump has proposed tariffs of up to 60% on Chinese goods, and China is likely to respond. Lastly, in some good news, NFL Pro Bowl selections were announced today, and former Husker Cam Jurgens received his first invitation. The center, drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles in 2022, will compete in the Pro Bowl in Orlando on February 2nd. Rounding out your night beat is a check of the 7-day forecast.
You've been listening to The Night Beat. Watch, listen, and stream on the 1011 app on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.